Alright, what's going on everyone? It's Official Word here. I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be hitting up Legend League once again. The update dropped today, so you see the new defense here. I'm just upgrading. It'll take a bit to get, but that's okay. I don't think anybody has it on defense yet today. I'm 4 for 4 to start the day. We'll start you through some of the replays. I got the new balloon level already, as you can see, in the new druid level, so yeah, I got those very quickly. And they've been producing very well on this base. You want to hit one of these multis, and I wanted to come in opposite of the clan castle, so I'm coming in from the top side there. I also set up a flinger to get both these archer towers since this expo is air. I thought that was good enough value, so set up a nice double invis there. That was a beautiful, beautiful fireball, and I wanted my warden to go up. He even sniped off the enemy royal champion beforehand. I got the ice golem running, and it didn't look like it froze it, so that was a little odd. But yeah, the hero's just right through the middle. This is classic. Warden's just kind of chilling up top. Queen's rolling, Queen's rolling. I went through this one pretty quickly, but I mean, once you hit that fireball, those balloons, I wanted to see if they would take down the air defense or the Teslas in one shot. They didn't. But yeah, don't need the Royal Champion on this one. So that was a great start to the day. Second hit right here. Very interesting base. I actually couldn't decide on how I wanted to get a fireball into the core because, yeah, a multi like would have been good to get this kind of core, but I wasn't really sure what I wanted. And then I'd be going into a spitter, so I decided to come straight from 12 here. I knew there was the minion prince, which could be troublesome, but as soon as I got through the mono, which I raged up since the expo came on to me, but as soon as I get through this mono section, he should pop a kind of around this minion prince. The freeze was great there, the headhunter was great there. He pops. I actually go for a triple invis because I was still deciding here, but if I hit the builder hut, it does get me kind of these 3 defenses instead of just like the gear tower would get me the multis. And I wanted to get a scatter shot, kind of start a funnel. There's the new fireball animation, which you'll see in the live hits as well. Yeah, Warden, I kind of didn't care if he went to either side. I just wanted to make sure the healer stayed away. But it looked like here he was going to walk up to the barracks. No need to like use the 4 balloons to pull him outside, and he'd stay out here. So just let him walk, set up the funnel, good wall breaks to make sure my king stayed in. Next wall break is going to be for this wall, yep. Because once my king gets in here, his ability, I got to start wall breaking a little earlier, like those were perfect, but sometimes I miss my king, and then he doesn't get his ability deep enough. But yeah, Warden just kind of cruising through here. I even was paying attention. I could have dropped the headhunter instead of freeze, but I was paying a little bit more attention. But yeah, just getting the RC on this one since there's a rage tower compartment and my heroes are kind of fading. I'll rage her up just to really make sure I kind of get through that. I even get a headhunter right there. Sorry, I'm a little congested as well, but yeah, we kind of roll through this one. Not too big of a problem. A little close, but like, yeah, pretty much smashed. So there's that one. Getting into this one here. And yeah, similar to that last one, you know, Clan Castle's a little bit facing this compartment, so I'm going to come in and try and fireball this multi. So we start at the bottom here with the Warden. I didn't see a flinger on this one though, so I'm holding for the siege barracks here. Warden just kind of walking. And what I do here is, if I want to hit that multi, I got to invis, obviously, something over here, and then something over here, and then a third invis would be out here. So I wanted to try and take this down. So I got a couple balloons in for those guys. Because of the lack of damage of just the mono, I actually got that down. And the builder hut I realized wasn't going to be, the fireball's not targeting out there, so I still only needed a double. Yeah, I missed the mono on this one, so I sent a couple balloons to try and get it. And as I was doing that, my warden died. So that's a little bit of a scary one. I was not very happy to see that I kind of just paid attention to that. But I like using a baby dragon kind of on this initial funnel and letting the siege barracks work the outside there so I can get a headhunter in. So that siege barracks is setting a phenomenal funnel. My king ability is about to pop. I wanted to see, I was ready. If he started to walk kind of around that wall, I was going to pop his ability quickly. I saw he was diving in, so I waited a second and popped it. But yeah, I was ready to make sure that it opened that wall for me. Get a nice freeze right there. And at this point, I was really hoping to drop my RC down here to try and kind of clear that fire spitter in the core. Maybe since my heroes were away from it, I could have just started my RC from the corner and then she would have been behind the fire spitter, but she does walk there anyway. And yeah, she gets in. I get a nice rage for her here so she can really clear everything. And we still have an invis, we still have a freeze, so swagging 3 spells and a good amount of troops like balloons and baby dragon there on, you know, a base where you lose your warden is not all you know, always the case. So that was lovely. And then, yeah, I think there was one more. So this one's a little weird. There's kind of flinger value in a lot of places with these air expos, but there's 2 heroes up top. and the X-bows kind of cover the corners. Like you could get the Ricochet and Archer Tower, but that doesn't really set a good funnel. So I tried to fling on the bottom here. If I take down both these mortars, it could even get into the multis. I'm not sure if it ended up getting there, but it did have the possibility. So yeah, I made sure I started on the Wizard Tower so I could check and see if I could get the mortar down. I did. And then to set up a fireball, I wanted to fireball the CC, so I ended up going for the scatter here. So I just needed to figure out how to walk into that. Maybe I could have started on this side into the RC instead of the Queen. That probably would have been a better choice, but you know, this was still a fine choice. And the Warden's walking in here. A beautiful freeze once again. Is really hard to hit sometimes. The hero there, I had to pay attention because there was a Headhunter coming out, but the Warden did get a nice shot off on it. So now at this point I waited for the Jelly to take down the Rico. And I sniped down the bomb tower so I didn't have to waste an invis on it since he's going to be fighting Ice Golem. And then just to be safe, I get the Archer Tower out of it. Fireball doesn't get too much value there, but you know, gets enough. The Flinger is doing crazy work at the bottom here. I'm just taking some stuff down so that the super minions don't have to waste their shots on it. So yeah, making sure the Warden goes down because he was about to go path back up there. So yeah, I can get my King and Queen. They're going to be in a little bit of trouble here because the Monolith doesn't get frozen, but I get double Headhunter. I freeze it up anyway because I need my King ability to be a little bit more in the core. This is decent. It doesn't open the Town Hall for me, and so now I know I'm planning my Royal Champion for the Town Hall. But my heroes get at least a little bit of value, which is always nice, as they're going to kind of walk through all this now. I see my Warden was stepping up for the Town Hall, so I'm using my Royal Champion now on the outside to kind of funnel my heroes, or kind of, I guess, lessen the damage on the back end for them. And yeah, we kind of cleaned this one up very nicely, and we've been swagging pretty well today, so I did just get my last defense actually in right before I started recording, and it was triple, so I'm going to need a triple out here to go plus 10. And so yeah, let's see what we can do here and if we can accomplish that. Alright, so first base here. There is some ground and air X-bows, so I'm going to try and set up a Flinger that can get me... I think I want to try and get... I'll go for this corner kind of to get that Rico up top by this one, plus the Fire Spitter and Archer Tower, so making sure I'll be good yet to kind of place right on that mortar. Replace it. So yeah, we take that down, replace right on the mortar, checking for any Teslas, there's none. And then yeah, kind of as I did in those first couple hits, I'll be trying to land a fireball onto that air sweeper in the core, and that will take, I'm already taking down this mortar because I see that I'll need to invis those 3 defenses right there, the Archer Tower, Wizard Tower, Fist Spitter, and then on this side I'll need to invis the Mono. So I'm not going to take down this Wizard Tower yet because I want to see where I end up, especially if I take down this air defense. Now I'll just get a Baby Dragon on it. So I really don't want to, yeah, I figured there'd be something there, and I don't want to pull the CC at all. So I might not worry about taking that down. He should pop sometime soon. I don't know when I placed him, which maybe I could have known a little better. But so he's just walking here. I think I'll just go for a triple to be safe. I wasn't really sure if it would path out to the Teslas. Anyway, but yeah, very, very nice fireball right here. Since I was getting the Clan Castle, I just didn't want to pull it because that'd just kind of be a waste of fireballing it if I pull it anyway. So yeah, nice fireball right here. Don't really like fighting the Minion Prince, so that's not ideal here, but I'm going to use a poison for him. I just got to be ready to drop my Sui in a little bit here because I'm going to be running out of time. I'll rage right there. Yeah, so my Warden looks like he's still fine, to be honest. That Ice Golem was really bad. It is tanking the Monolith, but yeah, it's not going to really freeze anything. So not a great Ice Golem there by me. There's a nice freeze. Just keeping an eye on my Warden, because yeah, he steps up to the Minion Prince right there, so I'll get a poison on it. Good thing I was looking. Flinger's going really crazy right here. Just this kind of Town Hall compartments left, because my King and Queen are going to kind of finish everything off right here. Yeah, Warden, the enemy RC stepped up into the poison, so that was the double use of that poison, which was awesome. Yeah, Queen steps up here, so I'll freeze her, take down that, and we're just looking really, really nice right here, getting the Druids in for the Queen. A little late, but not too bad. The Warden might get pulled in right here, and if he does, I'll just use my RC up top to finish off the base, but yeah, we're going to crush this one, so let's finish it up. Alright, next live hit today. Alright, so there's a lot of fireball. This one I actually hit the other day. It was really weird how I approached it. but it worked. So I'm going to do it again because I think there's some flinger value I can find down at this compartment. Yeah, so I'll try and drop it by this gold mine. It was a little risky how I hit this base, but I'll do it again since it did work indeed. So yeah, there's the nice flinger. Just check that corner. Okay, so what I do is I come in from right here, which is into kind of both spitters. But oh great, I pulled a double furnace. But so I offset my warden so that the healers don't get hit by the spitters, because if I placed him right at the hero hall, yeah, the spitters would just kind of crush him. My goal is to fireball this gear tower because that gets me both spitters and the clan castle, but you know, I already pulled the clan castle at this point, so that's a little awkward. But since I'm fireballing so quick, I can burn the invis since I'm not really going to need them to set it up. So I'm just going to make sure right here. Oh, okay, a Tesla pops, but I think he steps up to the gear tower, so I got to be ready. Yep, there's my invis. I'll split the quakes right there, land the fireball. Nice, both spitters go down. And Jelly already popped, so that's huge, actually. That's really, really nice. Oh, dang, I want to see if I can keep Jelly alive, maybe. I'll rage to try and get down the Rico. Nice, he gets it in the last shot so that the headhunter can help out more. Oh, sorry, I'm really congested. But yeah, we're working on in here. That top, I think Expo is even going to go down. Oh, nice, we pulled the tornado there. It's got a new animation as well. So probably my warden's going to go out for this building. Yeah, and then he might kind of go in for the gold storage area. Yep. So I think it's safe to say my heroes are coming in here. I'm trying to wall break right there. There's an ice golem. King, Valk. I just got to make sure my warden doesn't get too close here. So after he takes down the multi, I'll pull him outside, but I can't pull him outside yet, which does stink a little bit since, yeah, it's he's a little close to them, so I just got to be really careful right here. There's a headhunter, and I'm going to rage to really try and so yeah, sorry, I'm paying attention right here to pull my warden outside, keep him really far away from the heroes. There's the king ability to open everything up. The queen is getting her druids right now. But yeah, this is a really, really strong setup. Just classic, you know, warden one side, heroes down the other. And yeah, we're going to swag our RC on this one. Let's wrap it up. Alright, 7th hit of the day. Still doing well, still perfect. Okay, this base doesn't offer any fireball value onto the CC since the multi doesn't get much else. But a rage tower would be a lovely fireball here. I might come in for the Royal Champion side. Yep. Let's see, can I get a flame flinger anywhere? There's 4 ground bows, so I don't think so. I could try and get it in here at 3 o'clock, but I think I'd be forcing it, so I'm not going to get one here. Let's see, after I land this fireball, I gotta kind of think ahead here. But I do gotta pay attention to my warden first. Yeah, I think I'll want my warden to go towards the town hall if I can. I know the clan castle's there, but it's way, way less damage for him. I will spend a rage right here just because he will go to the RC. Yep, there's the RC. So Royal Champion and these 2 defenses is just a lot for him. I don't know. Yeah, I think he passed to the Wizard Tower. Okay, not yet. Jelly's going to expire in a good couple seconds, so I'm trying to take this down to let him jump to the Rage Tower, which I think he does. I mean, if not, this is a very, very simple single invis right there. Boom, we hit the Rage Tower, get everything we want with 1 Quake. Nice, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful value, and I think we can even actually skip the Clan Castle here. Like, I'm pretty sure my warden won't pull it, which would be lovely. But yeah, after he takes down the Rico, I might pull him out to the mortar since that'll avoid the builder hut, which would maybe get the jelly to pull the CC, which it did. A witch comes out, which sucks because I do have to poison it, otherwise it will do too much to me. Yeah, poison and freeze since somehow the baby dragon locks on to me, and I don't like when it locks on to my healers at all. Another freeze actually being burnt right there. Just got to be careful. I've lost my healers to baby dragons a couple times. So yeah, I'm going to try and take down the Wizard Tower to force him into the Town Hall. Don't know if I got it in time. Yeah, not quite. I will rage though right here. There's my first wall break. Okay, the healers are getting hit. I will invis. Oh no, they got hit a second time because they'll probably go down now, which does suck, but we did get decent value, so we might end up being okay here. I want to wall break into the multi compartment. There it is. Yeah, so my warden loses his healers right there. That's not ideal. King comes in. There's a decent ability though. Yeah, not bad at all. Queen Druids are coming in right now for her. Gonna get a nice baby dragon right there. I'm gonna have to use the World Champion at this bottom compartment to try and help clean it up, but I think we'll get this one. I know there's a Rage Tower compartment, but yeah, Queen ability is gonna help out a lot. So yeah, let's wrap it up. Alright, entering into the final attack right here. This is a tough base sometimes. I want to land a fireball on this scatter shot. It'll get the clan castle, and it really just gets massive, massive value and leads me into the RC, but it's kind of hard to hit, so you got to start by this mono, which is what can be the scary part. One thing I learned actually in this update is you can, when you're in your army training spot, you can adjust the way your troops are, which usually you could, but it didn't affect it. Now it does affect the way your troops line up, so you can get obviously your heroes, you could get, you know, your warden first, or like if you RC charge your RC up front. If you like it like that, I like it, you know, the same way it's always been with the King, Queen, Warden, RC in that order. But yeah, you can do that with troops, right? So I got my rocket balloons, I think, a little bit closer now to my healers, since I usually use them like one right before I drop my healers kind of thing. I think after this he steps up to the scatter. If not, it's just a single invis right here. He goes and hits it. That's it's a beautiful fireball in this core. Unfortunately, there was actually too much damage, and it took him out, which I don't usually have happen. So we're gonna have to, you know, go through this one with no warden, but I think we can do it. We did get some good value right there, so I'm just gonna try and set up this funnel. Yeah, we're gonna come in right here. Maybe I could have let my queen charge a little bit since she has the healers, and they'd be no trouble. But I'm gonna pop that freeze right there to keep my healers up. That wall breaks really, to be honest, just to get my king into the sweeper, because that'd be where I want to drop my earthquake boots. Yeah, I'm kind of just trying to funnel in right here. I'm actually going to let him take it down so that I don't waste a spiky ball on it. But yeah, we're still rolling really, really well through this, so I think we're going to get the triple on this one. I'm going to use my RC around 12 o'clock, yeah, to really help out. But this one looks actually still pretty crushed, to be honest with you. But yeah, let's finish this one up. Alright, nice. So that'll do it for today's 320. That's, you know, plus 10 on the day is not great. Yesterday went plus 0, which was kind of funny. So I'm not climbing super fast. We're resetting around 5,800, which isn't too bad, especially with 2 weeks left in the season here. So yeah, we can continue to push up, hopefully hit 6K, because I think that's kind of where I'll need to go. And in 13 days, like if, let's say 10 days for easy math, if I need to push 220 or 200 trophies, that's 20 trophies a day. So I'm going to need some big days here, but if I can continue to 320, that's really all I can control. So let's see if we can do that from here on out till the end of the season, which is a lofty goal, but it's one I want to have here if I want to hit a top 1K finish. And yeah, that's going to do it for the attacks today. And now I'm going to spin the wheel to see who won the gold pass. And if you can add me on Discord, which I have on the screen right here, then you can yeah, just send me a friend request or DM me to let me know that you won, and I can add you as a friend on Supercell. It takes 1 day for us to be friends to let me send you the gold pass, but yeah, once we're friends on Supercell for 1 day, I will gift it out to you. So yeah, without further ado, let's see who it is. All right, so congratulations, Kinks OnlyFans, for, I think that's what it is, Kinks OF, for winning the random comment. DM me on Discord for the gold pass. And yeah, that'll do it for today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.